right, friends. So today I want to talk about my top supplements that I think that are worth it from the supplement shop. If you're going shopping at the supplement store, there's really a lot of people who kind of debate supplements, and supplements used to have a really good reputation because people online would kind of lie about them and lie about how effective they were, and then their reputation kind of went down. And so I wanted to kind of help you guys navigate the supplement store today and kind of discuss, what supplements are good, what supplements should you lean into, and what supplements can you kind of, skip over when you're shopping at the supplement store. So, with that being said, guys, let's dive into my top supplements that you should look into when you're going to the supplement store, when you're shopping for supplements online. So first, before I start this video, I do want to make a note. There is a lot of great health supplements that you should be incorporating into your routine. Things like vitamins, things like NAC and TUDCA and astragalus and citrus bergamot are all great supplements. So I never want to say that those are useless, but it would just be too long of a video to go through each and every single one of those. And everybody's different. Depending on your blood work, you might need certain ones or you might not need certain ones. So I kind of want to, just before I start, kind of go into that, and hopefully you understand that those are, of course, great supplements and that there's nothing wrong with those. And then also I want to touch quickly on meal replacement supplements, things like protein powders. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with a protein powder. My view on them is that they're, good options if you're a busy person. I know some people get really defensive now and they're like, "Oh, stick to real food," which I do think real food is better, but at the same time, protein powders, greens powders, whatever it is, are also great. If you're busy, try to get them in as real food, but if you need to supplement with like meal replacement stuff like a protein powder or greens powder, I think that's fine too. I just don't think they're, it's worth kind of mentioning in the video. But with that out of the way, let's dive into the first supplement that I think is going to be worth it, and that is going to be a good sleep aid. So the first thing that I really like from the supplement store, and please keep in mind that when I talk about these, not all these supplements are created equally. So when I talk about sleep aids, when I talk about all of these, right, there's some on the market that are fantastic, and there's some on the market that are absolutely terrible. So I'm talking about sleep aids that are good, things like Gorilla Dream. Enhanced Labs has a good sleep aid. Chemix has a good sleep aid. I'll try to make an article with this that goes into my favorite kind of supplements in each category. And in fact, I don't even work with a supplement company at all right now, so it's very, very unbiased. Not that my videos ever are biased, but I think a good sleep aid supplement is a really great thing to have in your arsenal because so many people struggle with sleep. And a lot of these natural sleep aids are, number one, they're healthy for you. They're great for relaxation. They improve your sleep. They improve your recovery. And I just think they're great investments to have in your life. A lot of them too can be used every night, right? Things like glycine, magnesium, melatonin based kind of sleep blends, which is what a lot of them are. They can be used very regularly. They can be implemented. And again, they're going to help your sleep. They're going to help your mental state. They're going to help your health. It's just going to be great for everything. I think these are fantastic supplements that everyone should kind of consider investing in if you have sleep-based issues. There's a lot of sleep medication that I think is great, but I think for a lot of people, if you improve your sleep kind of habits and routine, and you pair in a good sleep supplement, you're going to be in a really good spot. So I think if you're at the supplement store, if you're looking for supplements, or if you have a supplement budget each month, part of that should be allotted to a solid sleep supplement just because of how important and how many things that sleep does. The second supplement that I think is great that everybody should invest in, especially if you're someone who is a high level CEO, entrepreneur, even if you're just a daily 9 to 5 person looking for that little bit of a boost, is a good base nootropic. Okay, so what do I mean when I say a base nootropic? I'm talking about a nootropic that you can use virtually every single day and not really worry about certain issues, right? So certain nootropics, if you were to, for example, take modafinil every single day, would probably become a bit problematic. But things like Chemix has a really good nootropic. The Gorilla Mind Smooth is really good, or Gorilla Mode Smooth, whatever it's called. Forget it all the time. I say it wrong always. Things like that are really good baseline nootropics, and a lot of them have ingredients like L-tyrosine for neurotransmitter support. They have cholinergic-based ingredients. They have a lot of great stuff in them that are going to allow your brain to work better. Now, the key with these things is that for a lot of people, they're not going to be this massive difference. You're not going to take it, and it's not going to be like a modafinil or a powerful stimulant. But over time, it'll allow your brain to kind of perform better. And it's really essential a lot of times that you pair these with your nootropic stack. So if you're taking things like racetams or Nuopept or even modafinil, right, and you don't have a proper kind of choline backing behind you, it can lead to things like headaches and decreased cognitive performance. So if you're someone who's kind of in the cognitive performance and enhancing game, I think having a good nootropic, a daily nootropic in your arsenal with kind of natural herbs that do things like, again, neurotransmitter support, have, choline in there, things like that. I think stimulant-free ones are great because they're super flexible, but I think that's a fantastic investment that you can make to really improve your overall kind of cognitive function, and it's going to really complete and complement almost all of your nootropic stacks really well. And for a lot of nootropic stacks, I think it's actually going to be kind of a necessity. In fact, whenever I take any nootropic stack, I always use the 8 capsules of the Chemex nootropic. I think it's a really well formulated nootropic, and so that's why I think a good nootropic, daily nootropic, is a very good supplement that you should consider investing in. Third on the list, we have a good intra-workout supplement. Now, intra-workout oftentimes, and it used to really get neglected a lot more, but now I think people are kind of starting to realize the importance of a good intra-workout supplement with some, like cluster dextrin, fast-acting carbs, some electrolytes, some EAAs maybe. But I will say that intra-workout supplements when it comes to workout performance are massive game changers just in kind of the overall scope of your workout, right? If you've ever taken an intra-workout before, and you're someone who kind of hits that mid-workout lag, I think they're such great tools. I've also noticed my recovery is a little bit better with them, and just my performance goes way up with them. So a lot of people ignore and neglect that intra-workout period, and if you're a high-level athlete, I think it's a very, very important period. And not only that, but it helps to kind of keep the pump going. You look really good when you take them. You look nice and full and vascular. And I just think from a performance standpoint and from a, pump standpoint, they're so, so crucial. And it's always so night and day when I take one versus when I don't take one. And a lot of them are pretty cheap, especially if you're buying one that has just cluster dextrin in it. There's some more kind of comprehensive and robust formulas out there. But if you're taking one that just has some cluster dextrin plus some electrolytes, you'll probably notice that it's really not that expensive. So I think a good intra-workout is a really, really good investment, and you get some really good returns on it. Again, your performance goes up, your pump gets way better, and I think it's just a great investment that you should be making kind of in your overall gym journey for your supplement routine and your supplement protocol. All right, so the final supplement that I think that is worth investing into is a good pump-based supplement. Now, I'm not going to say a pre-workout based supplement just because I think pre-workout supplements are fantastic, but they do lead to a lot of people kind of abusing it and kind of becoming reliant on it for getting motivated for the gym, which I think is a little bit problematic. But I will say that a really good pump product should do things like help to improve your overall workout performance and output, even if it's slightly. It improves the pumps in the gym, obviously, improves your vascularity, it improves your fullness. They're really game changers, right? And if you've ever taken a good pump product before the gym, you probably notice, hey, like, wow, this workout's going really well. I feel really good. I'm pumped up. My physique looks great. And again, I'm performing better in the gym, right? So you're feeling better, you're looking better, you're performing better. A lot of them too are great because, again, that improved blood flow is going to do things like help to regulate your blood pressure, even slightly. A lot of the ingredients are going to help to kind of lower your blood pressure and keep it more in check, which during the gym, I think it's essential to not let your blood pressure get too high, even if it's only for a short period of time. So I think, again, if you have a supplement budget and you're kind of looking for supplements to get, I think a good pre-workout pump-based supplement is great. And then it also allows you to be flexible with your caffeine. So if you're someone that, drinks a lot of caffeine in the morning before you go to work and you go to the gym after work, you can kind of take it and you can kind of manipulate your caffeine a little bit. You can get all the benefits of the ingredients, and you can drink coffee or something with it and not have to drink, a huge bolus dose of caffeine after work again, if you've already kind of consumed caffeine earlier in the day. So I think a good pump product is also worth investing in. Again, not all pump products, just like all of these, are created equally. But again, if you have a good pump product, and especially bonus points if it has some good nootropics in it, it can be fantastic for your performance. It can be fantastic for how you look in the gym, and you're just going to feel better on it, okay? So that is my list, guys. Those are the supplements that I think that are worth investing in. Not that I think if you have other supplements like a joint-based supplement that you're getting scammed, but things like joint-based supplements, I always kind of come back and say, okay, like there's probably, for most people who take a joint supplement, a lot of times there's gaps in their training and their form that they need to correct first before taking a joint-based supplement. And then, like I said in the beginning of the video, health supplements are always going to be beneficial. But if I had a kind of set budget for supplements, I would personally invest in a sleep aid supplement. I would invest in a nootropic supplement. I would invest in a good intra-workout and a good pre-workout pump-based supplement. I think these just give you the best bang for your buck in terms of how you feel and kind of how you perform in the gym. With that being said, guys, I'm going to have a subsequent article down below where you can read more about these compounds and kind of which compounds and which supplements specifically that I recommend for this. If you watched and you enjoyed the video, or even if you didn't enjoy the video, guys, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And until next time, I will see you guys later.